Well, folks, I already had a video scheduled to upload over on my main channel because the news broke today that J.D. Vance was pushing back against getting involved in the war with Iran. J.D. Vance says that the Israelis are trying to drag us into war. And I thought, you know what, maybe, just maybe, we have a tidbit of hope that we do not get involved in this. And about 15 minutes before that video uploaded, Trump bombed the living hell out of Iran. So, the deed has already been done. We have entered into this war. And this comes as no surprise to me. This should come as no surprise to any of my viewers, because I let you guys know that this was going to happen well in advance. I know that the media was putting out all types of misinformation. Even Trump himself, he was putting out information trying to throw people off, saying, oh, I'm going to give it 2 weeks to decide. I knew that the deal was already done. And if you watch the main channel, you know that I've pointed that out in multiple videos that this is happening. So I'm not surprised. Neither should you be. We all had time to mentally prepare for this. We could talk about how we didn't want this to happen. I didn't want this to happen, but it has happened. So now we have to deal with the aftermath. But I want to go ahead and read this statement from Donald Trump. We have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordow, Nance, I can't pronounce this, Esafon. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordow. All planes are safely on their way home. Congrats to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, earlier today, we know that B-2 stealth bombers took off and they were supposedly headed towards Guam. I don't know if they ever made it to Guam. I think they may have just went straight to Iran. So apparently we have bombed the living hell out of 3 nuclear sites in Iran. And Trump is set to address the nation in about an hour or so at the time of this recording. Maybe by the time you're watching the video, he will have already addressed the nation. I don't know. But he's set to address the nation to talk about this. Now, everyone still thinks, okay, it's done now. It's all over. I don't think so. Folks, I'm no genius. I'm not a military expert, but you can check my track record. I'm pretty good when it comes to these things. And I have not led you all astray yet. I told you guys. Before Trump was even talking about bombing Iran, I told you guys that this was coming. I told you that war with Iran was the next thing on the table before Trump even got elected. So I knew that this was coming down the pipeline eventually, right? And I'm telling you right now that it does not end here. Because Iran will retaliate against our bases in the Middle East. Iran will retaliate against ships and all types of other stuff. This has just opened up a can of worms, if you will. And what type of message do you think this sends to these other countries in the Middle East? Now everyone's going to want a nuclear weapon even more than ever, because it seems like that's the only way you can prevent your government or your regime or whatever from being overthrown and overran, right? So we are going to see a domino effect come after this. And if Iran lashes out and attacks American soldiers throughout the Middle East, we're going to attack Iran even more. It does not end here. But we're going to have to wait and see how effective these strikes were. And as I've stated this in prior videos, everyone knew that this mountain, this nuclear mountain in Iran, Fordow, everyone knew that that would be the main target. So if I was the Iranians, I would have moved all of that stuff by now. We've been talking about bombing this mountain on the news, on live television, for like over a week. So if they were smart, they moved this stuff somewhere else. Now, Trump also posted this saying, Fordow is gone. Like it's completely wiped out. And I'll tell you what, if they dropped the bunker busters on Fordow, I want to see video footage of that. I want to see the bunker busters put in use. I'm sorry, I'm just curious about how effective they are, because this is a weapon that a lot of people don't have. And it can be a very effective weapon. And I think moving forward into the future, a lot of our enemies will be burrowing underground. So we're going to need these bunker busters one day maybe, and I want to see if they really worked on Iran. So I guess we'll see how all of that plays out. But for now, just rest assured that this is not over by a long shot. But you can go ahead and let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.